So, it's a film about a heavy topic. It's about domestic violence, something that 1 in 3 women have to deal with globally. And we're just really proud of how the film turned out and the impact that it's had. And it's on Netflix now, which is a beautiful.
So how did you get introduced to the book? Because is it technically like a romance novel?
It kind of falls into the romance category. Actually, my friend and book agent, Johanna, who's here somewhere, she introduced me to the book. I was just starting my company, Wayfair Studios. And we were looking for inspiration.
Blake Lively says she was harassed and intimidated on the set of It Ends With Us. Justin Baldoni, the film's director and co-star, says she's lying, and he's suing her for defamation. Hollywood is calling it one of the ugliest feuds in years. But what's really going on here? Let's dive in. Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. Today's video covers the explosive feud between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, 2 A-listers who turned what should have been a blockbuster romance film into a courtroom drama. From legal filings to leaked statements, fans are divided, Hollywood is buzzing, and the future of this movie is now at stake. So let's break it all down. When It Ends With Us was announced, fans of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel were ecstatic. Blake Lively was cast as Lily Bloom, while Justin Baldoni not only starred opposite her, but also directed and co-produced the film. On paper, it looked like a dream project, a beloved book, a talented cast, and a director with experience bringing emotional stories to the big screen. But almost as soon as production began, whispers of tension started to leak. Reports surfaced that Lively and Baldoni clashed on set over creative decision, over scheduling, even over how much input Lively should have in shaping her character. For months, it stayed behind the scenes. But then, the legal filings hit. Blake's allegations.
Shaker. No, I bought the shaker.
You bought the shaker for at home?
Yeah, it was, no. Like when I went to the pizza place, I was like, we're gonna need a bigger boat. And so I got the whole Parmesan shaker.
They usually don't let people leave with those.
I begged.
Yeah, okay.
It was $20 for the shaker of Parmesan.
Blake Lively filed a complaint claiming she was harassed and intimidated by Baldoni and members of his production team. According to her, she was pressured into working long hours without proper accommodations, and at one point, she alleges she was singled out and humiliated in front of crew members for questioning directorial choices. Her filing paints a picture of a hostile work environment, with intimidation used as a way to control her performance and silence her concerns. Fans quickly took to social media, many of them rallying behind Blake, saying that women in Hollywood have had to deal with this kind of behavior for decades. For her supporters, this was another chapter in the ongoing Me Too conversation. A high-profile actress standing up against workplace mistreatment. Justin's counterattack.
Violence in a way that a lot of people don't expect. I think you think of a typical abuser or you think of a typical victim, but this is nuancy. And sometimes by the time you get to the end of it, you really don't know how you feel.
Yeah, well, I think that's the challenge, right? Because what is it? Typical abuser.
But Justin Baldoni didn't stay quiet. Instead, he fired back hard. He filed his own lawsuit accusing Blake of defamation, saying her claims were false, damaging, and motivated by personal grudges. In his filing, Baldoni insists that Blake was given creative freedom, treated respectfully, and that any tension on set was the normal clash of personalities that happens in filmmaking. He also accuses her of trying to sabotage his career by smearing him publicly. His legal team claims that her allegations have already cost him future projects and strained his relationship with studio executives. This escalated what could have been a private dispute into an all-out public war. Instead of letting the lawyers quietly handle it, both sides seemed ready to fight it out in the court of public opinion. Reactions across Hollywood.
Yeah, and I think that that's real life, and women experience highs and lows, and women do good things or bad things, or, we're always so obsessed with women being likable in movies. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard, well, she has to be likable. Right. I never heard that.
As soon as the lawsuits became public, Hollywood insiders started weighing in. Some anonymous crew members backed Blake, describing her as professional but mistreated. Others defended Justin, calling him collaborative and respectful. The fan response has been equally divided. Blake Lively's supporters point to her long-standing reputation as one of the most professional actresses in the industry. Someone with a spotless track record, Justin's defenders argue that he has spent years building a reputation as a respectful director who champions women's stories, and that this feud could ruin his career unfairly if her accusations stick. Entertainment outlets like Variety and The Hollywood Reporter have published back-to-back features on the case, while Twitter hashtags like #Enenfoirn Team Blake and #Foint Team Justin trended simultaneously. It's clear that this is no longer just about one movie. It's about credibility, reputation, and the balance of power in Hollywood. The fallout for It Ends With Us.
Vision. So talk to me about how sometimes you were even the intimacy coordinator in some of those sexier scenes. Like we saw you.
That shouldn't be happening, by the way. I just want to be clear that you should not be the intimacy coordinator. You should definitely hire intimacy.
And then there's the movie itself. It Ends With Us was supposed to be one of the biggest romantic dramas of the year, but now its entire marketing campaign is overshadowed by controversy. Instead of red carpet smiles, fans are watching court dates and legal filings. Studios are panicking because this is exactly the kind of drama that can kill a film's box office. If the movie underperforms, people will ask, was it because of the story or because audiences didn't want to support a film wrapped in legal scandal? The bigger picture.
Hard when you're living with these conditions, and every morning you wake up and you feel like you have to climb a mountain just to get out of bed.
Yeah, how has it changed your perspective on living? I mean, there's a
Oh my
part of
God.
the episode
How
was
much
like,
time do we have?
count your
Right?
days, but make
Yeah.
your days count. Like, I love that. And I feel like you're doing that in all.
This feud also touches on a larger conversation in Hollywood: how power is handled on film sets. Actors have more influence than ever. Directors are under intense scrutiny, and any tension can explode into public controversy thanks to social media. The Blake versus Justin saga shows how fragile reputations are and how quickly behind-the-scenes conflicts can turn into national debates. So what happens next? Both lawsuits are still active, meaning this could drag out for months, maybe even years. Blake may have to testify in court, Justin could be forced to release behind-the-scenes documents, and the studio will likely push for a settlement just to save the movie. But regardless of how the legal side plays out, one thing's certain: the damage is already done. The film will forever be linked to this feud, and the careers of both Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni are now tied to how this drama unfolds. So, whose side are you on? Do you believe Blake Lively's allegations of harassment and intimidation, or do you think Justin Baldoni is right, that this is all defamation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading them. And if you liked this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into Hollywood's biggest controversies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.